Good afternoon, guys. Just checking, making sure it's on. My little light that says it's recording burned out on the Sony, so I have to look at the side of it to see if it's on. But tried out a new mic today. I haven't put the fuzzy muff on it yet because I want to see if it works. It's got like an extra long cord. It was cheap. It was right around $3 for this one. I want to try them, see if they're good. Because I know a lot of people have been asking me what types of stuff you use. This one has the good cable, like the Boya. I have some older ones I bought. They were like $2, and I've had them for years. When I bought them, it worked good, so I thought, okay, I just went back and reordered and got a few more. I actually got one I have never used. But the problem with those ones, the cord, just from using it, winds up getting holes in it, and I'm having to tape them and this and that. The Boya has a really good, like a silicone insulator. They're really good. I can't tell the difference in sound. The Boyas were a little bit more expensive. I can't remember offhand what the heck they were, but 3 times as much as the first ones I bought. This one I just bought was $3. Let me know how the sound is. It's probably going to be okay. It's probably going to be no problem at all. But they always send the wrong one. The pictures show the 2 little black lines on it, and that's what I need for this camera. And then they always send the one with the 3 black lines, and that worked in my old phone, no problem. But I got the adapters. I got the adapters with this one. So, and they had sent me a bunch. I complained to the company when I bought the Boyas. I sent them their picture, and even the write-up said it was this certain type, and it only had they call it 3 or 4. I guess the separators, the 2 black things, are separators. And so I complained to them. Well, they sent me adapters, where you just plug it in. It's a little tiny as that. It's only about so long, corded one. Well, they got a 90 on them, so I can't use them with my watertight thing cover on this Sony. But they were cool. And then one of them got buzzy, and I just sent them a message saying, this one's no good. I'd like to send it back for another one because it's got a slight buzz in it. So they just sent me a couple more, and I wound up putting a little tiny bit of dielectric grease that I have. I just put a little swabby of that on there, and I pinched it together because I won't be pulling it apart. And it fixed it. That one doesn't even buzz anymore. So, but they sent me a bunch of these things. So that was kind of cool. We're still having problem. Come on, dogs. We're still having problems with the water. It's a new one. We got pressure. I went up today and I turned on the water, and there's plenty of pressure. So, okay, but guess what? It smells like sewage. Even if you go down to the kitchen sink and turn the water on, it smells like raw sewage. If you put the water, I don't even want to wash the dishes in it, I'll be honest with you. If you put it in a cup and leave it sit and then smell it, even if you go outside and get some fresh air from it, it smells like sewage. So I don't know what they're doing. If a pipe broke somewhere underground where the gray water goes, I'm not sure what the hell's going on, but it's, here we go, here we go again. I didn't even want to really take a shower in it, but it was pretty sticky. I've been having my back is pretty sore, and I pinched nerve like in between my shoulders, so I have to I was sleeping kind of sitting up, but no sleep. I went to bed, and then boom, I'm up tossing and turning. And Maddie was in with me, and he was cold. He didn't want the air, so I turned it off. Well, then I got like clammy. I got a little sweaty. I didn't want to leave it on and him get sick or something. Even though he was covered up, he didn't. So I shut it off. But this is what we're dealing with. We finally get some pressure, and they're sending us poop water. It's just a never-ending no can win here, if you ask me. It's just this place, we got lipid. That's all there is to it. We didn't have any problems when we were in Carmona. We had good water pressure, no problems with anybody. And here you got problems, and that's a shame, especially with the drivers around here. And it's different areas, guys. If you want to come to the Philippines, you didn't see, when I was in Carmona, you didn't really see the crazy drivers like you do in this area. It's different areas. It's like when we go down to Mindoro. When you go down there, the tricycle drivers, for some reason the tricycle drivers always split the lane. There's a highway going from our land to Califan, and it's a 4-lane highway, 2 on each side. And these guys gotta just drive in the middle. They will not get over to the right. Now, the bad thing about this highway is when you're to the right, if there's a bridge, it goes down to 2-lane, 1 in each direction. They don't widen the bridges here. And the other thing they do here that is just really ridiculous is the telephone. You know, they'll leave a telephone pole in the street. I remember getting jobs where they'd set up the poles and we'd move the wires because they were going to do road widening. Here, all they do when they widen the road, it makes more parking for people. They don't move the telephone poles, and that's something to be really wary of, especially if you're passing somebody on the right. Filipinos like to get in the left-hand lane. You get on the highway, it's big, and they're red. There's huge red signs that say for overtaking only. But nope, you get some dude on there doing 60 kilometers an hour and he's in the left-hand lane, so you got to go around him on the right. And they do it on most of the roads. So if ever you're passing somebody, you better have your passenger or you look, because you might pull right into a telephone pole. And these people will not get over. They just won't. I got an argument with the traffic cop, you know, because he wanted to give me a ticket for passing on the right. I said, hey, give the stupid truck a ticket for in the left lane. Why was he we're climbing a hill. And I just, heck with you. You know, that's another thing, guys, that is worked good, is your license. If you have your license from the States. You know, and they say, oh, well, you got to have your passport with it too, because you can't drive for more than a certain amount of time. They change it all the time. I never know how much it is now, but I just, you know, where's your passport? Well, you know, my passport, it was damaged when I got here, got wet, so it's at the embassy. They're going to fix it and give me a new one. You know, just do that. And they don't know. They have no way. There's no radios here to check anything. You could be, the cops can pull you over. You could be a mass murderer, a mad bomber. You could have just ran over 50, 60 school kids and you're awaiting court. They don't know it. There's nothing in there that they can check. There's nothing. It's just everything's at face value. So, but watch out for that when you're driving here. Not too much else. Wes is going to be back pretty soon. He's actually coming in the day we get in Manila. We got the hotel. Somebody was asking. I don't know if I put it out in a vlog already, but with taxes and everything, it was $111 for 22 hours, because you check in at 2 and you got to check out by noon. So we're going to go there, let the kids swim. We're going to go the day before, so that nothing happens bad, and we can go ahead and get our visa interview done. But we just heard Faye was talking to her buddy, and she got a visa to go to the States. And here's something that she told Faye that I was just sitting there scratching my head. She has land, and she has a car, and also a house. The land is just land, and she brought all that with her to the interview, and it was all sitting there ready to go, and they never even asked her for it. Said it only took her a few minutes. Boom, they got it. And then we also heard from another guy that he filed for his visa a month after I did, just to get the appointment date. And his woman already has her, got the dang appointment date much quicker than ours. I don't know if he paid extra or anything like that. Got it much quicker than ours, and got it sent to him like in no time. And he's out of the country right now. He's been out of the country for a couple months already. We've been waiting. I think we started filing for this in end of January or February. You know, they just dragged their feet on all this. And one thing I do not understand, and I wish I could get this explained to me. If you go to the visa thing, they tell you right on the website, they're going to let you know that day that you've got your visa. They're going to give you a yes or no that day. Okay, great. Why don't they stamp the passport right there? Why don't they pull out their little stamp and go poop, poop, and then you're ready to go? No, they got to mail it back to you, and it takes 6 weeks. Yeah, that's what they're saying. The time now is 6 weeks. It's like that to me seems kind of odd. I went into the immigration here when I got my new passport, and I have to have a visa. You know, the 13A visa thing stamped in my passport. I walked in, didn't make an appointment or anything. I walked in and says, hey, I got a new passport. Security guard says, go over to this window here. I waited in line for a short time because there was only one person in front of me. And they took it, went in the back, and I'm not kidding you, he was gone for 5 minutes. He said, just please wait over in the chairs, I'll be right back. And he just kind of closed his window and he went in the back. And I came back, boom. I got the stamps. He said, sorry, it took 5 minutes. He goes, I'm sorry it took so long. I was waiting for the signator, you know, his boss to sign it. Why doesn't the U.S. Embassy do that? I don't know. I don't understand the way things work. But hopefully we get this dang thing. You know, it's always, anytime I deal with government, it's up in the air. And the bad thing about them taking 6 weeks, if we would go down there and they'd say, okay, you got it, I'd have the tickets as soon as the kids get out of school, and then we could spend a month and a half. But if they make us wait all the way until the end of July or the beginning of August, then now we can only go for 2 weeks because the kids got to be back at school the end of August. So, you know, it's just crazy how, you know, they have all this stuff, and it takes everything. It seems like everything takes long here. My buddy was in the States. He went ahead and went down to get his passport. He never had a passport, but he wants to come here. He was asking me all about this place, and he went down on a Monday, and they said they'll call him when it's ready, you know, because they take the pictures right there. You don't have to go somewhere to get your passport picture. They take it. You pay your fee. He said they called him Friday morning. He picked it up after work. And here, you can forget that. It doesn't happen like that. And everything at something else you need to know, everything at the American Embassy here is by appointment. If you don't have an appointment, you ain't getting in the door. Security's going to stop you. You have to have your appointment paper. Now they are letting you do it on the phone. I printed out a couple copies of Faye's appointment, but I have it on the phone too. And I'm going to try that. Before we give them the paper one, I'm just going to, you know, I took a picture of it. Well, actually, I didn't take a picture. Screenshot what they had sent me. And then that's how we copied it also. But I'm going to give that a try, and I'll let you guys know if that works or not. And hopefully it does. It's just a thing of it. And they could scroll it to see the dates and all that. So hope everything goes good. But my goodness, this new mic, look at the cord. This is like the longest cord. This thing's 7 feet. You know, it's got to be at least 7 feet long. So, but I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Pretty soon we'll be taking this beastie up, and I got to get it washed for Wes, and I'll check the tires again and everything. Oil stayed perfect on it. Everything works good on it. I do think I saw a Kawasaki that this one's like copied after. You can tell by the back shock. It's a copy of the 650, and I think I know why this feels so top heavy. It's because all this space you got under here. I mean, this thing is way up in the air. When I was looking at that Kawasaki, it was half as much height under it, and the seat was lower. The seat was definitely way lower than this one, because this one's not the easiest thing to get on, guys. You know, because you got to throw your leg up over, and you can't swing it over because of this. That's why I never had a top box. I never in my life had a top box on a bike. I did have milk crates. I did have a milk crate, but the way I had my milk crate, if it was empty, I could fold it completely over like this, and it would go down. It would land way down here, and then I could just swing my leg over if I needed to and get on the bike. And then I just had a little window, you know, the old-fashioned window latch on the front that I could just latch in. And you know, I love the milk crates for the bike, you know, because you can just take them off real easy, carry them in. My hinges, the way it worked, once it was latched, you had to slide it forward to get it out. So there was no way you were getting the thing off unless you took the latch out, swung it away, and then you lift it up, and I could get it right off if I wanted to carry anything in or anything like that. But you don't see too many milk crates. My buddy Gary from California, when he was back last time, he picked me up a milk crate, and that should be coming one of these days. He's kind of busy right now. He just bought he bought a house, and he's got a lot of stuff to do. He bought a big generator. He's getting that all set up. He got air conditioned units and fixing it. Looks like a beautiful home. I also think they used a lot better block than they did here, because it was built by a family, and then when they came back to the Philippines, they decided, you know, they lived in, I guess, in the States for years and years, and now they're like, nah, heck with this, I don't want to live here anymore, and they just went back to the States, you know. And something else people don't realize, if you do get your U.S. citizenship and you were born in the Philippines, you come back here, you got to get a visa just like me, just like you never lived here. It's the same stuff, so just know that, guys. But I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Did talk to Doc the other day. He's going to call later today. Guys, I ain't kidding you. The guy seems so upbeat. You know, he's got light at the end of the tunnel of him getting around and feeling better, and you can hear it in his voice. So that's one thing that's going to happen when we go to the States. He's gonna fly in also, and we're going to get to meet him. He's been watching my channel for a long time, and a pretty nice guy. Like I said before, I'm really happy the folks I met on the channel in person. Some of them I still want to meet, like Ronald and Sean, and a couple other ones. They just got their channel names, so I don't know their first name. But you know, a lot of folks I want to meet. Paulie, he's here now. He's a heck of a ride away, probably about 12 hours. But hope I get a chance to see him before he heads back. But and then there's the people we did meet: Mark, Tim, Ray, Wes will be back, and we offered when he comes back. He was saying on there he's gonna maybe stay. He's getting in at like 10:30, 10:15 at night. So he was thinking of just staying in a hotel and then taking the bus back the next day. Well, the night he gets there, we're there. We'll probably be sleeping. But then the next morning, you know, he'll have the same checkout time and just throw his stuff on top of the car and we'll drive him home, because he'll be leaving when we do. So it's like, man, that would work out pretty good. You know, work out really good, and it's no skin off of my nose because I'm going that way anyway. It's not like I'm driving all the way out there just to pick him up and come back. I'm there already. So the timing worked out pretty good, and if they want to take us up on it, Wes, if you're watching this, we'll be happy to give you a ride if you can stand my noisy kids. All right, I'm going to let you go. Don't forget to pray for each other, and this is Rickshaw out.